Well. This is a surprise. I actually get to record this on time. The past couple of times I've had to record this on a Sunday versus a Saturday, which is what I would prefer to do so I don't go to sleep late on Sunday and I can edit the videos. But yeah, hi everybody. This should be autosave episode 8. I'm super excited that I've gotten to episode 8 and I feel like I've been consistent. I won't really say I've been consistent until I get to like episode 30. Then when I get to episode 30, cause I think they say it takes 30 days to like make or break a habit. I think when I get to episode 30, then I'll get excited. But yeah, I hope everybody was doing well and they liked the last episode. So for this one, there's a couple of things that happened over the week. One, I didn't get to make the doc until I want to say yesterday or the day before, my podcast doc, because it was super busy. I've been super busy with things at work and stuff, but that's neither here nor there. So what is the agenda for this one? I want to talk about a sale that's kicking off for all my PC gamers. So if you're a PC gamer, there's a sale kicking off. I want to get into some video games that are coming out that were announced. One that I missed, the one that was fairly recent, that I'm pretty excited about. Xbox is on the horizon with a new handheld. I want to talk about a new crossover, which was pretty surprising that I found out about over the week, and give you guys an answer to the cabin murders. So whether it's real or my imagination. So let's start this off. So Steam is now having their spring sale. So until March 20th, you can pick up a lot of great games right now for about 60 to 50% off. That's one of the good things about PC gaming. And I tell people all the time, like, it's extremely expensive to build a really good gaming PC. But the good thing about building a gaming PC is not only do you get a really powerful machine for gaming, depending on how much you can invest in it, but you also get a really good, I'm sorry if my audio was a little off. You also get a really good repository for your games, and I feel like because everything is mostly digital, there's always a lot of really great sales. Unlike Nintendo, I feel like I always mention Nintendo every other podcast. I'm sorry, but unlike Nintendo, as much as I love them, they don't ever have sales, and when they do have sales, they're like, yeah, here's some 89 cents off. Enjoy this sale, so which is not very fun. So yeah, one thing I can say is that I would hop on the Steam spring sale. There's a lot of great games that are pretty cheap right now, like Cyberpunk 2077. If you're into, those are that's one of the notable ones. Red Dead 2 is on sale. The new Horizon Forbidden West is on sale. And mind you, these are like 60 to 50%, some 40 and 20, but most of them are 50 to 60% off, depending on how long ago the game came out. Like, for example, a game that I loved and I played a ton out of, Hogwarts Legacy, is now $15. So you guys can definitely pick up Hogwarts Legacy for $15. I love that game. Yeah, just try to take advantage of the deal, because it's only until March 20th, which I think is next Thursday. And by the time this podcast comes out for you guys to view, it's gonna be, I'm recording this on Saturday, but it's gonna be Monday, so you got a few days of your PC game to just pick up. I picked up the Resident Evil 4 DLC myself, and I picked up Sonic Origins because I had been on the fence. I want to pick that up. I was gonna get either that or Sonic Superstars, but I picked Origins because I felt when I would get Sonic Superstars, I want to get that for me and my son to play together. So yeah, take advantage. The next thing that I want to talk about is Silent Hill. So Silent Hill, actually, I know Silent Hill 2 remake, which is the most famous Silent Hill, I feel, had came out really recently, but now there's a new Silent Hill coming out. I'm not gonna lie, I never got super into the series. One of my best friends loves the Silent Hill series. I was more of a Resident Evil guy, but I did see the appeal of it. I did have Silent Hill 2. I think I mentioned this before, on the PS1, and You know, the only reason I didn't pick up the Silent Hill 2 remaster, I have to check to see if it's been optimized better, was because of how crappy it ran even on PC. Because back in the day, the trick that they used for the game to have as much as they did on the game was the fog that was there not only created a creepy atmosphere, but it was also a trick for the developers to hide assets to be loaded in at a consistent pace without overloading or messing up your console, because the PlayStation probably couldn't handle it if it was loading the whole city at once. Um, Here, because of modern day, when they made the remaster, they have the fog, but they have everything loaded for the city at once. Like everything in the fog is already loaded and pushed in. So I mean, I said pushed in, like loaded out. So because of that, it's very taxing on your system. And if you don't have like a really high mid high to high end PC, it can suck trying to play that game. Even high end PCs, it's rough, I heard. So that's why I didn't pick that up. But in other news, you know, like I said, Silent Hill. Silent Hill dropped a new trailer. This is gonna be my first time checking it out. I'm gonna be checking it out with you guys, so I'm super excited about this. Let's just get right into it. On. I don't know why the volume of the actual thing doesn't play. Oh, that's loud. But you know what? Probably better so I don't get demonetized or whatever. Wow, the game looks good. It looks beautiful. Oh, that's one thing I know about Silent Hill. It always deals with some like psychological thriller, horror. Oh. The hell is that? No, get out of there, run. Hell no. Oh shit. Wow, I can't get over how this game looks. It looks beautiful. She had a pipe in her hand there? Oh shit. This is giving me real Uzumaki vibes. That's a horror manga. And I feel like I've seen that monster they showed a little earlier there. Ew. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I noticed the pipe. I said I noticed. I knew I saw a pipe. Wow, that looked really good. You know what I'm wondering? Oh, wait. Say your farewells, damn. Oh, shit. No! Oh. Oh. Yeah, that looked really gruesome. That looked good. Wish list now. Yeah. Wow. Um, that looks really good. Oh my god. I wonder if it's being built off of Unreal Engine 5. I mean, everything's being built off of Unreal Engine 5. But I wonder if they're actually building it off of Unreal Engine 5 or if they're using their own custom engine. Kind of like how Capcom has the RE engine that was first introduced during Resident Evil 7. I don't know, I'm interested. I might pick this one up. I just hope it doesn't run like crap, because then that might deter me from picking it up. You know, and waiting until it goes on sale. Because to be honest, and I think I mentioned this before, I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day that I work really closely with. $70 games are super expensive to be spending right now. Right now, trying to get a thing of eggs is expensive. To spend $70 on a video game, like, no. Spend $70 on 2 to 3 games is better, not one. But yeah, that's the new Silent Hill, Silent Hill F. I'll have the link to the video in the description, like I do with everything else, so that if you want to hear because it had a really good, like, suspenseful horror kind of music playing in the background. But maybe it's better that the videos don't play the music so I don't get demonetized for any reason. Not that I'm getting any money for this as is, but yeah. There was something that I missed, I want to say a couple of weeks back, and this gets us into our next topic, which is Gex. So Gex was one of those classic platformers from way back in the day that I feel like was first released on the PlayStation. I know the first Gex I ever played was the Gex 3 Deep Cover, where he was like a secret agent and it was 3D and you go into the TVs, very Mario 64-ish. That was the first one I ever played. And now, why do I bring this up? There was actually a Gex collection announced during the IGN Fan Fest 2 weeks ago, and I missed it. And reason why Gex kind of holds a special place in my heart, if anybody owned that Gex 3 Deep Cover game, it came with a few demos. One of those demos being Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. It's what introduced me to the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver series. So I thought it was pretty cool that they're actually making a trilogy for this, or a collection of some kind. I hope that the one that I like is on there, but this is gonna be my first time seeing this as well. So we're gonna watch this together. Oh, the 2D ones, okay. I remember a demo of that one. That's the one right there. Yeah, I never got that far in the game to see that boss. Oh snap. He was always pretty funny. Yeah, I never got that far. I felt like I got up to the pyramid part and that was it. Okay. Oh. It's tail time. I never played this 2D one though before. Ooh, nice. Okay. Coming summer 2025. Wish list on Steam today. Anything else? So yeah, that's the Gex collection that's coming out. But yeah, like I said, that 3D one that you saw, when he was fighting those little TV things, and he was like in the desert place. He was also in some wrestling area. There was some bosses there. I never finished the game. I used to play that and Symphony in the Night. There was a time I was playing that and Symphony in the Night a lot. And of course, I favored Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I mean, who didn't if you had that game? That game was a one of one. Or one of those one-of-one games. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I saw that and I was just like, wow, that looks really cool. You know, Gex was always a funny kind of like comedic relief platformer. So yeah, I'm excited to try it out. So I want to get into the next topic. It looks like this has been, I want to say this has been something talked about in the past before, particularly with Microsoft Xbox, because Nintendo entered the market, was originally entered the market with the Game Boy, and then PlayStation entered the market with the PSP. But Xbox never had one of these, but it looks like, which is weird, and I'll get into why I think it's weird. It looks like and I know people's been asking about it, but it's weird. Let me get to the point. Xbox is releasing a handheld. So this article comes from Tom's Hardware, written by Joey Morales. And it looks like Xbox is rumored to be launching a handheld in collaboration with Asus. They're calling it Project Keddie, and that comes as an initiative to combine Windows and Xbox gaming into one. So here's where I get confused, right? Because the article also talks about a project Bayside, right? And that project is meant to be a framework. I quote, a framework built to standardize the Xbox user interface across different devices, right? I feel like Xbox gamers have been very frustrated because I want to say you want to root against PlayStation, but you want to challenge PlayStation's business practices of exclusives, right? That really helped launch them during the PlayStation 4 era into the success that they have after coming out of the PS3 360 era, right? And that kind of put them on this standoffish position where they felt like they didn't need anybody else, right? So you kind of, as much as I loved Nintendo and Sony, as much as I love Sony, you kind of wanted to root against them and wanted Xbox to succeed, to almost create this competition. But Xbox has been struggling in that aspect, and I think the reason why Xbox gamers in particular are getting confused is that Xbox says they're not leaving the hardware business, but they're starting this initiative for Play Everywhere, Xbox Play Everywhere, which is like, why make a handheld if you're trying to put your interface on every device? Why make what's a great word for it? Why do words always escape me when I need them the most? Why are you trying to make a dedicated device? There you go. That's what I was looking for. A dedicated device, handheld device for Xbox, when you're trying to create the Xbox interface to be integrated across the board, right? So wouldn't other handhelds outside of the Xbox dedicated device be able to also use the Xbox interface if this Project Bayside releases? And would that then diminish Project Keddie, right? Or will the dedicated device have some treats or something special to it that the other devices do not? So it begs the question of where's Xbox going with this, right? And I think that's also part of, I'm not even an Xbox fan. Back in the day, my mom's boyfriend, he loved Xbox, and I would clean and scrub the kitchen and the bathroom just to play his Xbox so I could play X-Men Legends, the first one. I remember it got to the point I was doing it all the time, and he got super frustrated because he wanted to play his Xbox. But so even with me cleaning, scrubbing down the kitchen and the bathrooms, I couldn't necessarily play. I came to that point, so whatever. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But I've never been an Xbox guy, right? Like myself, only because I grew up with Sony, PlayStation, and Nintendo, right? And with all the console stuff that started to go on, I just stuck to Nintendo and then built a PC for myself to get into PC gaming so I can hold on to my games too. Because I also got tired of every time I got a new console, I couldn't play any of my old games, and I wound up having to buy them all over again. But here's where the confusion comes in, right? I'm a non-Xbox gamer, and I'm confused about their messaging, right? are you are you looking to have your interface dedicated everywhere, or is this new device gonna be the new dedicated, this is where you're gonna use to uh really push out, like, here you could play Xbox now on the go? When I thought that, because there's so many other handhelds that have come out. You're not you had the Asus ROG Ally, and they're in collaboration with Asus. You have the Lenovo Go. You have the I think Logitech has one. You, of course, you have the most popular, which is Steam Deck, and then you have this, the Switch, but the Switch is Nintendo. But I'm talking about like open handheld devices that are almost like walking around PCs, right? So it just, I don't know. This is super confusing to me. I hope it succeeds. I mean, Xbox needs a success story. But yeah, that is one of the bigger news is that Xbox handheld device is coming. I mean, I hope it succeeds, like I said, because I know Xbox fans have been struggling hard for the past ever since the Xbox One era, and the way that launch flopped so hard because of the Kinect, and the whole thing with the camera always having to be on. There was all this mixed communication and messaging. See, messaging is super important, and I think right now Xbox, here's the thing with Xbox, right? And I felt like their messaging was great, but then they didn't deliver on any of the promises that they spoke about, right? Or none of them hit. And then on top of that, I also think that their, from, I want to say, a year or 2 years back, their acquisition of Blizzard for what was it, $10 billion or something like that, really dampened, where else they can go. Like them buying Activision Blizzard for that much money, I probably told the board in Microsoft, like, hey, like, you guys need to actually start delivering on your promises, which is why they're putting their games everywhere, to get the most money as possible. And I mean, with Call of Duty they could do that, but I have a feeling that deal has something to do with them moving away from exclusives and getting out of that exclusive war that was going on with PlayStation. Because to be honest, they were losing that exclusive war bad. So I don't know, hopefully they get a win and we can actually get some competition. I want all these companies, please bring back, and I know I talked about it a little earlier, bring back those old games. I want X-Men Legends 1, 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, even though I like Ultimate Alliance 1. I want these games back. Like, let's go. Come on. Bring them back so I can get them on PC again. Like, bring back Wolverine Origins, which I never got to play because I was brokish-ish. Where's all these old Marvel games? Why are they so hard to bring back, man? All these old superhero games. Bring them back so we can actually purchase them. Sheesh. And you want to... The last Spider-Man game was crap. Why don't you have remake Spider-Man PS1? I'm gonna say it now. Remake that. Remake Spider-Man PS1 and Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Remake those, or bring them on modern systems, man. Come on, stop playing. You guys have great IP. And DC, give us a DC Legends. What's going on? I want a game like that. Alright, I'm done ranting. But you know what? That gets me into my next topic, which I'm super excited about, talking about superheroes. What could that possibly be? Guess what? Justice League is now crossing over with Sonic, and it's so funny because my son has been super addicted to Sonic lately, and I love it. I love it because I love that he likes a lot of what I like. But it looks like Sonic and DC are crossing over. I know in a couple episodes back I talked about how DC was crossing over with Marvel, how they finalized a deal for like at least 10 issues. Well, it looks like we're getting a Sonic one. DC's crossing over everybody. So this is an IGN article written by Jesse Sheeden. Jesse, like my son's name. Spells it the exact same way too. So it looks like we might finally get Sonic versus the Flash. You guys should definitely check it out. They had some great stills in the slideshow. This one was pretty awesome. It looks like they're gonna be battling Darkseid. I'm assuming Darkseid wants the Chaos Emeralds. And I found this to be really cute. It's cool seeing Sonic in a Flash outfit and Knuckles as Superman, which is weird. But why does Shadow as Batman go so hard? Like, why does that fit so much, man? This is so dope. I'm excited for this crossover. It's just so weird to me how Batman and Shadow just fit so well. We might finally get the Sonic Flash race, even though I think Flash dusts him, of course. But it's gonna be exciting to see. It's supposed to release on March 19th, so this coming week. By the time this pod releases for you guys, it should be March 18th, so one day away. That Tuesday, this officially releases with issue number 1. So yeah, be sure to check. Now we're gonna get into what everybody was probably waiting for. Well, not everybody, some of you were probably waiting for. And this is about our murder mystery story from last time, right? We want to talk about whether this story was real or was it part of my imagination. We're definitely gonna get into that now. And you know, for everybody who guessed, I think only one person guessed this time. Kind of sad, but guess what? That person might have been onto something. You know who you are. So you know, let's start getting into whether was it real or was it my imagination? Did I make this up? Or was it a real horror story? If you guessed that this was a real horror story, guess what? You were right. I didn't want to put a fake story after doing a real one, because then I didn't want you guys to think there would be any sort of pattern. I'm trying to keep mysteries. I'm trying to keep everything a mystery. But no, this was a real unsolved murder story. It's kind of crazy because when I first read it, I was like, wow, I cannot believe that this actually happened. Like, it gave me, and the only reason I picked this story because it gave me some real Jason Camp Crystal Lake vibes with how it happened. It was like, oh snap. But yeah, this was a true story, you know, and you know, the murder to this day remains unsolved. And this happened back in April 12th, 1981, and you know, it's crazy that, you know, the people that because of insufficient evidence, and I'm assuming with the amount of time that passed, the people involved and the suspects involved, they were never arrested. There was never like convicted of any crime. So it's just sad for all the people that passed away. But yeah, this was a true story. I hope you guys liked it, and next week we'll probably do another story. And again, you're gonna have to guess, is it real or is it fake? So the person who guessed last time that it was real, shout out to you. You're on the money this time, because I think last time that you guessed, you got it wrong with it being fake, saying that it was fake when it was a real story. This also was a real story. So, like I tell you guys all the time, you don't have to bring a memory card, and you don't need to save your data, because I'm gonna do that for you. This is autosave episode 8. If you like the pod or the video journal, diary, etc., whatever you want to call it, like, share, and subscribe. And can't wait to see you guys next week for another story and some more gaming pop culture news. Later, everybody.